What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 70 of the CHUMPcast, where it is officially Festivus for the rest of us. This is our Jumanji episode, so of course we talk some video game nonsense and argue about everything before we get into our review. Thanks again to our friends at Sony Pictures, who generously gave us and a lucky few listeners passes to the advanced screening earlier this week. If you're not a Grinch, you can find t-shirts and other merch at thechumpcast.com. If you're doing last-minute Amazon Christmas shopping, visit through our link, thechumpcast.com/Amazon, so we can get in on that action. If you're Ebenezer Scrooge, you can just subscribe, tell a friend, or leave us a rating on iTunes.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it.
Hour cardio a day.
No, I stopped doing that for a while ago.
Really?
Because you realized it was the worst?
No, I just don't have time to do it anymore. I still do it probably like 3 times a week, but I don't do it every day like I used to.
Just the podcast is taking over my life, man.
Yeah.
Don't blame us for you not working out.
I didn't. That was Mark.
It sounded like you.
It was.
I was looking the other way, and it sounded exactly like you.
You can go to the tape.
I can't. There is no tape.
Rewind the shit.
Mark, how'd your Bitcoin do today?
I don't have Bitcoin.
You told us last week that you did.
Let's not discuss my portfolio. I'm fine, Ryan.
Fucking dive today.
It did, but it did rebound quite a bit. What? It dropped to like 11,000 and rebounded to like, what's it at? 16,000 now or 15?
That doesn't scare you at all that half of the value of it can go away like that?
I told you, I'm playing with house money right now. I don't care. Right. If I lose it, you can laugh at me, but it's like I lost something I never even had in the first place.
Well, I did
have it, but I just didn't cash it out in USD. Yeah, whatever.
So basically, you blew it.
More or less.
I'm just trying to have fun, man.
Just trying to have fun with my Bitcoins, man. Leave me alone.
Speaking of that, TJ's at Rivers right now, and I guarantee you he's going to lose more money tonight than I would in the last 4 months of investing in cryptocurrencies. Not going to argue, are you?
No, I'm really not. No.
We'll find out how he acts tonight.
He told me he was only going to take out like $200. I'm like, okay, yeah. I'll talk to him in $1,000.
Yeah. And then he's going to come tonight and be like, oh my God, the minimums were $25 tables at blackjack. I'm like, well, you were there for 3 hours, so I don't want to know. $25 minimum is not that bad. I mean, it's not like a $5, but. Yeah, but typically whenever I hear guys playing blackjack, they're like, oh my God, $25. I'm used to the $15 tables or whatever.
I bet Rivers is cheap.
I don't know. I don't gamble like that, so.
How do you gamble?
Roulette. Black or red or odd or even.
True skill game.
It is. I had a good run when me and Kelly went to Aruba like 2 years ago. We bet, I think, $20 each night on just black or red, and we won 4 nights in a row. And then the last night, we decided just to risk it all and bet on a color, and we won again. So we doubled our money after 4 nights of winning consecutively, which was nice. But roulette is where I go. I don't understand blackjack to the extent of most of my friends do. So I don't want to look like an idiot trying to sit down at a table with them. And B, I kind of feel weird when I don't know enough about blackjack and a guy's like, I can help you out. And they're like whispering things. I just feel like it's not the right thing to do.
Cool. Well, if you're ever in the position, you can ask the dealer, what does the book say?
Oh, they always help you. Yeah.
Because they don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know.
Also, if you're playing at a $25 table, nobody's going to be like, oh, this idiot doesn't know how to play blackjack.
That's true.
Most people try and help you out, too, because it's more or less everybody versus the dealer.
Yeah. Well, it's everybody versus the casino, because the dealer doesn't even care.
True.
But
they actually probably want to see you win, because most of the time they get paid out in chips and tips. Yeah. More likely because people are winning.
I'm actually off the wagon currently. I started gambling again.
Wetting your beak a little bit?
Getting the beak a little wet. Yeah. I bet the Patriots-Steelers game, and that was a nice kind of backdoor cover, but not really.
Yeah. What's going on in your life, Brick?
I'm sick.
I'm sick.
Yeah, no, man. Just PUBG and then not watching Star Wars yet.
You haven't seen Star Wars yet?
No. I still haven't.
Oh, my God.
Saw it for the second time today. Still very good.
I was about to go see Jumanji twice today.
Jumanji's worth that second C, though. Yeah. That's what's up.
I don't know if I could see it the second time. That doesn't strike me as a good idea.
It's because you're dumb and don't like good movies.
Obviously
you don't like Jack Black.
I don't love Jack Black pretending to be a 14-year-old girl who's obsessed with her phone and a walking stereotype.
I loved every second of it.
We'll talk about it later. It's kind of quietly great.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, did you see my boy Papa John got fired?
Yeah, god damn it. That's what I was going to bring up.
Dick.
Best man alive is the guy that's taking his spot as CEO. Yeah, he can get fucked though, Papa John.
For sure.
Fuck Papa John and his shitty pizzas, right?
Who's the guy who's taking over?
I don't know. Not Papa John. That's all I really care about.
Hold on, I have it in
Joe.
my notes. We'll just discuss this now since I already have it.
No,
Steve Ritchie.
Papa Dick.
Steve Ritchie sounds famous, but I guess he's not. He's just now the CEO of Papa John.
He's
So
probably just a very rich guy.
probably just as much as a shithead. But John Shatner, yes, Papa John himself is now being replaced by Steve Ritchie as Papa John CEO. So John Shatner, you can go get looked.
Get your shitty pizzas out of here. I don't give a fuck about you.
And we were layers ahead of the fuck Papa John movement.
I'm telling you.
That guy did shrooms on my
We're
floor.
on the cutting edge all the time, man.
Did you guys hear about Amazon removing their infant circumcision kits from their online store after child safety fears? It took them this long to figure out, oh, this might not be the best thing to be selling on our website.
Was it a bris thing?
It was literally a kit for going through the procedure of giving an infant a circumcision.
What do you need a kit for? Just get a pair of scissors.
It's scary as hell, man.
I don't think it's right that you don't have a say in whether or not you're circumcised.
I don't know. I kind of
We're going into a deep circumcision debate here, boys.
No.
It's the
here.
circle of trust, man.
Here-
You're snipped, right? Everybody here's snipped.
Here, yes. Let's keep it.
I'm clean up.
Let's keep it on the Amazon track, though. What I actually want to do is, I'll probably do this. We'll do this after the show, but we should go and see what people actually left a review for this and see how it went and
I
ask
thought you
them.
said Amazon took it down.
I don't know. There's got to be a way we can find out. There's got to be a way.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
I was trying to cough, but I didn't.
Oh,
want
I
to
thought you were
cough
gonna. I
in
thought you were
the
gonna
thing.
throw up for a second,
And so
thinking about
I
it.
was like trying to do our little symbol of like, dude, shut the fuck up. Let me. So yeah, I already coughed. Peace.
No, we'll have to research and get deep into the dark web to maybe figure out who was buying these things. But
Let me get on my Tor browser.
yeah,
And make sure I don't maximize it to the full screen size.
I honestly thought you were about to puke just thinking about the
I thought you were
circumcision
going to
kit.
sneeze.
It was a cough.
Well, good story. Did you know that the NSA or the FBI can track you, but if you fully expand your web browser, they can track down who you are based on your resolution size? They can use that to like cross-reference where your IP address is.
They could easily find me because I have that dumbass widescreen Dell curved monitor.
Who's the only idiot in the world that bought a fucking 42-inch long monitor?
What douchebag is buying Dell curved ultra wide monitors? Oh, this douchebag in the West Loop, probably wearing a beanie right now. Yeah.
Wearing a beanie and a Nirvana shirt.
Yeah,
You look like you just stepped straight out of 1992.
I know.
Flannel
Just take
shirt,
some time.
acid wash jeans, Chuck Taylors.
I was watching Nirvana Unplugged last night, and I'm not going to lie. Kurt Cobain, man. Do you think he actually killed himself?
No,
Really?
no.
What do you think happened?
I think Courtney Love paid somebody to do it.
I disagree.
Good talk.
Brick, what do you think?
All right, so we got a dumb question, and since it's Jumanji week, we were talking about what the worst video game to get sucked into would be. So are we going to go with, do you get the powers of the universe, or are you just you? Are you just fucked?
You got to be the guy. You got to get the powers because that's what they did in Jumanji.
You're you, but no, you're not you. You have the powers. I guess you're
You get
just
the
your
strengths
own.
and the weaknesses.
You're in Mortal Kombat, but if you eat cake, you explode.
This isn't Mortal Kombat. There's no cake eating in Mortal Kombat.
Have you never seen them do the friendship?
No.
They literally light a candle and give you a cake, and they say friendship.
Oh, yeah. He is right.
Wow.
Bitch, I'm always right.
Barely. But that's a good one. So you'd have to get.
What if your character was
friendship-
just the woohoo guy?
Who's that?
Toasty,
Yeah. What does he say?
toasty.
Toasty.
When you uppercuts ants.
Why are we
I feel
talking
like
about
you've
Mortal
never
Kombat if
actually-
you've never played
I
it?
feel like you've never actually played Mortal
I guess I
Kombat.
didn't look up the cheat codes on cheatcc.com to figure out all the cool combos and fatalities.
That was
I
back in the
definitely-
days of Nintendo Power.
And actually, yeah, I did do that because who wouldn't look up cheats? They need to bring back cheatcc.
Did you? It's probably still out there. Did you see that Nintendo Power is actually coming back in podcast form?
Really?
Yeah, some good old nostalgia. I bet I still have stacks of Nintendo Power.
I don't.
I think
Because
those
I'm not
It was
40.
before your time.
Nintendo games were the most impossible games to beat too. Though I would not want to get stuck in a Nintendo or
The fucking Aladdin game was the most impossible shit. Battletoads, obviously, but
The Lion King game on
Double
Sega
Dragon.
Genesis was hard as shit, too.
Disney was like, "Fuck you, little kids. You ain't beating this."
Oh, seriously?
that was just the way the video games used to be.
Well, like Donkey Kong was beatable.
Echo was beatable.
You are the only person I know that never shuts up about Echo the Dolphin. No one gives a shit about that game. It was not any good.
It was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
You can jump out of water and be a dolphin and float and communicate with other
I
dolphins.
feel like this is just your aspiration.
Yes, kind of.
So Mark would want to get sucked into Echo and be Echo. That's a good game to be sucked into, though.
Are we talking about what you would want to be sucked into or not want to be sucked into?
I say both, though. I say we go both
Yeah,
routes.
who cares? Just bullshit.
Not want to be sucked into would be Grand Theft Auto, because there technically is no completion of that game. You complete the story, but you're still in the story. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but you can do
can't
whatever
beat
you want,
the game. You
and
don't
the cops
beat it.
are super easy to get away from.
That's true. If I could do the left, right, circle, 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 and get the bazooka and shit, and just go on top of a parking garage and start lighting up the cop cars, and yeah, that would be.
This sadistic fuck.
It's Grand Theft Auto. Holy shit! You could beat the shit out of a grandma with a freaking whatever
Brass
you
knuckles?
want, brass knuckles, or a bat with.
Could pick up a few hookers, too. Just like no problem there, except for if you...
I mean, you can just go to Las Vegas and do that. You just
Sure.
can't beat them up at. Well, I guess you could, but make it kind of a shitbag.
Yeah.
I think that's another reason, because I would know if I went into Grand Theft Auto, I couldn't be a good person anymore. You know.
Yeah.
What's this
Yeah.
anymore shit?
You know,
Since when are you a good person?
You know, I wouldn't mind. Don't make me seem like I'm a Michael Vick type of person, but yo, Pokemon, if I'm in that, I am a Pokemon master. You see how well trained Khaleesi is? I would have 1,000,000 Charizards and burn up the world.
Your Pokemon would just be terrified of everything like Khaleesi is.
No, Khaleesi knows her master, and she just is terrified of everything because she's weird.
Okay.
Not that anything I did. She just
Pokemon
likes
would
me
be
so
great.
much.
But the completionist part of me, that would drive me insane. Because I would be like, I don't have this Pokemon. What am I supposed to do? Like, I can't start something and not finish it. It's the worst feeling to have ever. So, of course, I had to go catch 150 fucking Pokemon on my Game Boy and buy a transfer cable.
You did that. The red and blue.
I still have it.
You still have your save file. So you beat it and never went back. Or you just go in there and explore it.
I've never gone back and replayed it. But I still have like the transfer cable and shit.
So did you rare candy it then? And
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
After a while you have to.
or you would probably still be trying to level up your fucking
I actually just
Snorlax or
recently read a really good article on Kotaku about the missing number Pokemon. Like that
Yeah.
cheat trick. It's very interesting. So if you're interested in Pokemon and the missing number Pokemon, go check that article out on Kotaku.
I will also note that I said you're trying to level up your Snorlax, and that's the one Pokemon that like doesn't evolve. So
Still
retract.
level him up
Yeah, but no point. What's the point if you're trying to catch all 150?
because he's a big badass.
It's big.
How many Pokemon are there now? Like
I have
3,000.
no fucking idea. I fell off of that so fast when they started adding more Pokemon.
All right, next game I wouldn't want to be in is God of War.
You get his powers though. That would be pretty dope.
Yeah, but your entire family was murdered.
Yeah, your entire family is murdered. Wasn't he a slave or something too? Something along those lines.
You get to be a Mega Bamf though with sweet.
Yeah, but nobody
face
thinks
tats.
that. It's not like he has women all over him, you know, in some video games where
Yeah,
if you're a
just constantly
badass, you
getting
have
attacked.
like... Yeah, he's constantly getting attacked by Medusa and 3-headed
Cerberus.
sea monsters. Yeah, so absolutely not.
That's the life of an adventurer.
Absolutely
you know?
not. I would
You're
not
just a
want to be in
coward.
God of War.
You're just a coward.
Pretty much. Full coward mark.
I wouldn't want to be in Battlefield 1 because that is too realistic and it's actually just World War 1. Wouldn't want to be in that war. That'd be
Yeah,
a
now I'm
nightmare.
just stuck thinking about games that I've played recently. Cuphead would be full on terrifying, by the way.
Yo, that would be.
And you would immediately die a billion times. But you would
Yeah.
always come back, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, you can't really lose in that game. You just would.
Oh, you can continuously lose.
Yes, very much so.
That's one of the most fucking frustrating games ever. By the way, I started playing PUBG. For those that don't know, PUBG is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Just released on Xbox One this week. Just got the full release on PC, actually this week as well.
Yeah.
I don't get the obsession with this game.
He played alone. He
Yeah,
played
and that's
alone.
probably what
Is
went
this
wrong
the
with it.
prison game?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
He played
PUBG is a
alone.
first-person shooter.
He played alone and he didn't know what to do either. So
Okay, but if somebody goes and buys it right now and their friends don't have it, wouldn't that be the exact same thing?
it definitely would. And I would recommend buying it if you have friends that play that game because it's way more fun if you have somebody because then you're actually stratting hard and then it's like very intense on edge game because once you do get in combat, you're like, oh shit, I actually have to kill this guy because I'm going to get fucked. It's
I don't
real.
like the third-person view either.
You can do first person.
I messed with that. I just didn't play. Maybe I just didn't play long enough. I don't know. But it's a ton of build up.
Massive build up.
And then you just can get shot before you even see the guy.
Or get killed by the circle by having a
That is the most frustrating
jump.
fucking thing. When you can't find a car, god damn it. I'm getting mad thinking about it.
It's frustrating. But
I'm
it's
going to
also,
punch a fucking pay box in a parking garage.
You should. It's a big stress reliever. Let me tell you. $40. That's more than PUBG. It's only $30, y'all. It's also very shitty because it's like
it's laggy.
Got
as
rendering
hell.
and it's a PC game on Xbox.
Yeah. So that whole sales pitch they have, maybe it runs better on Xbox One X. One S.
It does. We were playing and some guy was like lagging on me and he just like punched me in the head and I was just like, oh, so we just got punched by a kid with the One X. Great. Because it's just like, that's such a big difference.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
That's such a shitty advantage to have.
Oh my God.
My family's too poor to buy me one of these.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to get punched to death by somebody with more money than me.
Exactly.
There's some kind of allegory there, but I can't pick it out.
How about games you would want to be in?
Parappa the Rapper.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
That's a good one. That's an old.
You don't know
PlayStation.
Parappa the Rapper?
No, I
Was that
don't.
PS2 game?
I do not.
PS1.
PS2. Dance Dance Revolution. It's just a constant party. You probably never stop and you
How
just
could
dance
you
yourself to
wait?
death.
How could you
Yeah.
be in Dance Dance Revolution?
You're like the guy in there, just like.
But you. Yeah, I don't know. That would just be super boring.
Yeah, I would hate to have to dance the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Or if you like beat a song, would you like then get out of the game?
There's no story mode in Dance Dance
All
Revolution.
right. What about Guitar Hero? Then you actually get to be a rock star.
In the latest Guitar Hero that they had for Xbox One, the story mode was you on doing a concert of each kind of type of genre. And so like you do, like they had a Humphreys kind of mix and you were like doing this like hippie like fest and they were doing like festival shows. So you were like the guy as the guitarist, like looking around and you're just ripping on stage.
I think you're the only person I know that played the most recent.
It was actually
Guitar
fun.
Hero.
It was actually fun. And then my controller like didn't sync up anymore with those and I stopped playing because I was
You
like
started
fucking
complaining
over it.
We played the
Making
shit out of those at the
excuses.
frat house.
Oh yeah.
The best part is when you're playing with all your bros and everyone's watching you and that one person is playing that sucks and the crowd starts booing and then everyone else in the room starts booing too.
Yeah.
It's the best part. Best part is the boos in Guitar Hero.
Pick it up,
No
man.
doubt.
You're out of the band, dickhead.
What was your song in Guitar Hero?
Halo 2 theme song.
Mine was Freebird just to piss everyone off because the beginning was so
12
easy
minutes
and
long.
it's 12 minutes long.
What was the impossible song in Guitar Hero 3?
Through the Fire and Flames.
Oh, God, just impossible.
Wubby,
What is that, like a
Will can
Buckethead
do that.
song
Will
or
can do
something?
that. I saw him
Was
do
it what?
it.
Was he good at Guitar Hero?
Insane. He was also good at DDR. We saw some people playing DDR at the
God damn
Jumanji pre-screening.
God damn it, dude.
First thing I thought of was
I need to
Will.
see. I need to meet this guy. I need to see him.
Oh yeah, you still have yet to meet
I've
him.
never seen him.
He's a
Hilarious.
funny dude.
We gotta get him back on.
Maybe he can sell me on PUBG better than you did.
Yeah, I didn't do any justice.
No, you're terrible.
What video game would you want?
What
to
game
be
would I
in?
want to be in?
Yeah.
What about literally any superhero game so that you can just be a superhero?
I thought about the new Spider-Man game that's coming out, and I was like, that's kind of cheese.
Yeah.
There was part of me, my less rational side, that was like, I'm going to buy a PS4 for that. That would be a terrible idea.
So bad.
So stupid.
I selfishly was like, oh, I'll get this game for my brother for Christmas and just play it while he's here, while he's back from school. And then I realized it comes out in June of 2018.
Yeah, it doesn't come out.
They keep pushing it back.
Pushing it back.
If anybody out there has a PS4 that they would want to swap my Xbox One for a month or two, I'd be down for
It's
that.
not a bad trade.
But I'm not going to go out and buy a fucking PlayStation for that.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't mind getting Mega Man's power. Mega Man's kind of a bamf with his cannon gun.
Mega Man's aight. I'd
Yeah,
want
but
to
then
be.
you're stuck in that robot world where everybody's weird looking. You do get a cool dog, though.
I already have a cool dog.
That dog was the best. What was the dog's name?
Astro? No.
I got to Google that shit. Keep talking.
No.
Good job, guys.
Just Google it.
Rush.
Rush.
That's a badass name for
That's
a dog.
a good dog name.
It's a shitty name.
It's
Stupid.
better than Moose. Get
Stupid.
the fuck out of here.
Okay. I would probably want to be in SSX Tricky.
Not Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
No.
You saw his foot when he fucking fell off a skateboard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No, SSX Tricky would be sweet because most likely you would have a sick ass afro, and I love the gameplay. in
Fresh
that.
powder all the time.
Fresh powder, just powdering it up down the mountain,
Sweet tunes.
jumping over crevasses, doing the worm on your board. The tricks in that game were unreal, dude.
Were they tricky?
They were tricky.
All right, I'll see myself out.
All right, peace.
What about Mario Kart? Would that suck? Or any other racing game? Like Forza, where you just get to drive a Ferrari all day.
No,
I'm
be fun.
way more interested in doing Mario Kart than I am Forza. Fuck your sweet car you want to drive in. I'm trying to battle.
I always forget that you guys aren't car guys. And you literally don't care about the
Mario Kart.
Cars.
Actually, I absolutely hate Mario Kart. I would not want to be in Mario Kart.
Remember when Erica beat you at Mario Kart?
Super frustrating.
I remember that.
Especially when you lose a race because you fucking slide out on a banana and then somehow fall off the fucking map, and that guy that's floating on the cloud needs to pick your ass up and put you there, but somehow he puts you backwards, so you're going backwards now, and then you fucking end up in last place. But
you just went full Joker.
There was some deep-seated issues.
I've had bad moments.
There was true hatred in your eyes
from Mario Kart.
That was kind of terrifying.
I think what you have to do when you're playing Mario Kart is to level the playing field. Play on 50cc, not 150. Everyone's like, oh, let's play on 150. I'm a badass. No, just play on 50, and everybody always gets the cheesiest thing that is the closest matches all the time. That's a little.
Yeah, but then the computer is really bad. You got to do that with like 4 other people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You play it with your friends.
I gotcha.
Because then there's always one person who is trash, and they have no fun at all.
Usually Mark.
Yeah, who's trash? What?
As he agrees aggressively.
As long as I have Toad, I'm fine.
Toad's the worst.
Toad's a chump, dude.
Toad, go Yoshi or bust.
Who's bust? No, I'm just kidding. Yoshi sucks though.
Quietly, I would want to be either Mario Party or Mario Baseball. Because Mario Baseball, I was actually unbeatable at that game. I had it down to a mad science.
I think Mario Party would be. That's how you end up being an actual serial killer. Last minute, you get bounced off the board. And you just snap. Just lose your shit.
Or you get the trade stars at the end of the game.
Fucking worst. That game is endlessly frustrating. And they do it on purpose.
50 turns.
Goddamn.
Giant Bomb has a podcast that they do, I think probably once a year, where one person loves playing stupid ass Mario Party, and they do a live podcast of them playing Mario Party and complaining about the whole time. That
sounds terrible.
It's hilarious.
That sounds awesome.
No. All right, are we done talking video games now?
Sure,
I guess.
Great.
Let's move on.
I have a few best people alive / worst people alive.
Stop. Can you give me a beer, please?
Sure.
What the fuck, man?
Oh my god.
Are you that lazy?
Just ruining the vibes. No, I gotta hop over cords and shit. It's like I'm really comfy right now with my beanie. Okay, go on.
All right, my first one is best men alive.
Oh god.
And it's a fraternity house in Maryland.
I saw this. That
apparently if a cop pulled out a breathalyzer, the air blew a .01, which is just impressive.
That's
like not even putting it up to anybody's mouth, and you can still sense the alcohol in the air. I'm sure that we had a couple of parties like that, but that's never could have proven it. And someone had to die, right? Somebody's in liver failure right now.
The country club walls, the wood on those walls had to absorb most of the alcohol scent from all the Everclear we were putting in Jungle Juice. I guarantee you, if a cop walked in, we'd be a .02 probably.
I'm guessing it probably smells a lot more like weed in there than anything else.
There's like 3 dead cats in the basement too, so it just wasn't a good situation.
What were you guys doing in the basement?
It wasn't our cats. I don't know how they got there, but there were dead cats in the basement.
Feral dead cats.
Either cats or raccoons. I don't know. Maybe like 1 raccoon and 2 cats, or vice versa. I don't know.
So what was who was your best man alive?
These dudes that threw a rager so big that the air blew a .01.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Let's hear your next one.
Oh, we're not going to go around the room?
No, we're not going to go around the room.
Fine.
I can go.
All right, go ahead, Mark. Suck it, Brick.
Suck a brick.
I roll.
All right, I'm going to give my best man alive to Rob Lowe. This is just uplifting news, like always. I feel like I always bring the uplifting news.
I fucking love Rob Lowe, by the way.
Rob Lowe is great. That's why. I was thinking, is Rob Lowe low-key a dick? But he's not.
He did have sex with that 16-year-old. Which is kind of fucked up.
All right, you can cut that out.
You really know how to bring down the vibe hard.
I did not know about that, and now I don't even.
Everybody's got their secrets, man. Right. Except his isn't really so secret.
So there's all these women firefighters, and Rob Lowe decides to serve them all hot dogs. No, I'm just kidding.
Amazing.
No,
That
but
was
along those lines, Rob Lowe, I guess he cooked a shit ton of spaghetti and cheeseburgers for firefighters who helped reduce the fire in his town, and also technically saved his home, I guess, was in the article. I don't know if they legitimately saved his home, but I guarantee you they were a big part in preventing the fire from getting to his house. So there you go, Rob Lowe.
Sounds like the firefighters are the actual heroes.
Yeah, I said that like 2 weeks ago, though, but props to Rob Lowe for just not being a complete dick and actually showing his
generous side
and his appreciation for the firefighters. And I guarantee you a lot of celebrities would be like, oh, thanks, peace.
Or just not even thank him. Yeah.
Even though it's spaghetti and hamburgers, but still it's something.
Who doesn't love spaghetti?
Better than nothing.
Spaghetti's fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brick, what do you got for me?
You go and then I'll finish.
So, AKA, you don't have one. Got it.
I got one.
Mark Hamill this week got into a Twitter fight with a G-Pie, the head of the FCC, and basically just roasted him. And Mark Hamill is the best. Everyone, I don't think anyone doesn't like Mark Hamill, whether it's for Luke Skywalker or the Joker or whatever else he's done. He's just a fucking badass.
Yeah.
He's goddamn Jedi.
Yeah, he is. He's the Jedi.
Yeah, I still got to see it, so fuck you guys.
I saw it for the second time today.
Yeah, I know.
I promise you.
I was going to go, but then I left my wallet at home when I went to Woodfield, so.
If you come to this episode next week and have not seen it,
we're going to spoil it for you.
We're going to spoil the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, mid-podcast, just randomly blurt out things that happened in the movie.
Okay.
And catch you off guard.
Fine, I'll just go see it. I wanted to see it today, but I had to do this podcast.
You have 36 hours.
Okay, you're just text me spoilers then? Sick. It would be worst people ever.
Actually, you could probably go to Webster and go see a movie at like 9.
I have a
if you wanted to
IMAX pass from when I fucked up.
I think it'd be worth seeing in IMAX. There's a lot of really cool.
I've already waited this long. Might as well just do the IMAX experience, you know?
All right, I got one other that's an update. I'm sure that you both remember our Slenderman episode.
Of course, it's actually the most downloaded episode of the CHUMPS. Thanks, guys. Shout out to everyone that downloaded it, which is everyone in the world, pretty much. Thank
Hilarious,
you.
Yeah. A bunch of people.
So the dark-haired girl from that was sentenced today to 25 years in a mental institution. So the one that was like the organizer of it, that talked to the blonde girl with schizophrenia into stabbing that girl.
Yeah.
For anybody who didn't listen to that episode, there's an HBO doc called Beware the Slender Man.
Great doc.
It's this little town in Wisconsin, because for some reason all this crazy shit happens in Wisconsin. Everyone there is a psychopath. But these two, I think they were like 12 at the time, but these two girls thought that Slenderman, they were going to be Slenderman's proxies. And all they had to do to be his proxies was to stab a little girl to death. This is the one that was like the orchestrator. The brunette girl was the one that was like, you should stab her.
The worst.
Yeah.
Yes.
The blonde girl's still awaiting her sentencing, but I'm sure that she's going to get like 40 years in the same thing. So, but I think that the brunette girl was the actual mastermind of this. Mm-hmm. She was the one that was pulling the strings.
I want to go rewatch it because we kind of were debating over this actually a little bit from what I remember.
Over who the mastermind was, or like which one was worse?
Like their actual motivations, I think.
Oh, they're just full on crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the crazy levels for each, we were just debating over who.
Well, one of them is an actual schizophrenic person.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's actually crazy. Yeah. She had an excuse. I think the brunette girl is the one that.
Brunette had an excuse though too, right?
If she did, I didn't believe it as much. That's all I remember. HBO does some fucking good documentaries, man. Yeah. I was talking the other day about Tickled. Tickled is the best documentary I think I've ever seen.
It's so
good.
So weird.
Oh, but it's so good. I don't even remember what I was talking about anymore.
Best people alive.
All right, Brick, go ahead.
Mine is just a Gary Payton story I saw on Twitter the other day. I'm just going to read it because it's better said.
Skim it.
Than not read.
All right. So his preseason game against the Bulls, his rookie year. So that's like 1990. The Bulls weren't the Michael Jordan Bulls. They were the non-three-peat Bulls just yet. They were still losing the playoffs to Detroit.
They got bounced by the Pistons twice.
Yeah. So he's coming in there. It's preseason. He's the second pick of the draft. He doesn't care who Michael Jordan is at this point. He just goes in there and he's like, all right, he's good, but he's not all that, which little does he know. MJ was on the bench for most of that game. He didn't understand that because it was just preseason, and MJ doesn't play hard like that in preseason games anyway. So he went in there, got 19 points on BJ Armstrong, and as a rookie, he's like talking shit, talking crazy. He's running by the bench, saying shit, staring down MJ, all these stuffs. He feels great. So a few weeks later, They had the Bulls for the first time in the regular season in Seattle, and he's been working for it. He's pumped. Everybody in the locker rooms talk about how MJ's coming to town, like this is going to be crazy. And he's like, I got 19 on them last time. MJ ain't going to be no problem. So he goes out there before the game. Everybody's shaking hands. MJ doesn't shake his hand. He looks at BJ and he says, leave this fucking rookie to me, so everyone can hear it. So he's like, shit, okay. He's thinking that he's going to bring it on. Like, fuck you, MJ. So the game gets going. He's checking Michael, and I see Phil Jackson calling plays 4, 5, 6 times in a row to Michael. And they're all for Michael. And Michael's scoring 4, 5, 6 times in a row. Michael's on a different level than everybody else. So in a matter of minutes, he's in foul trouble, and he gets benched. And as the game goes on, he has like 7 minutes, 0 points. MJ has 33. So MJ, middle of the game is still going on, coach standing there and everything, goes up to Gary Payton, and he looks at him, not mad at all, just goes, that shit you were talking in preseason, this is the real shit right here. Welcome to the NBA, little fella. And then the Bulls won the title that season and then 5 more after he was done. MJ's the man.
And Payton is telling this story?
Gary Payton, yeah. Defensive
He's telling
Hall of Famer.
a story about him basically getting treated.
Hard as fuck.
Respect for just
Everybody's got
courage.
MJ stories. Everybody that played with him does.
Yeah.
Love. If you've made it if you had an MJ story.
And Gary Payton was a hell of a player. They would have won the title if it wasn't for Michael Jordan.
MJ. Just slaying.
Gary Payton is probably one of the best defensive players to ever play basketball.
Better than Stockton?
Yeah. Defensively, yeah.
He is.
So that made me think of like the best quotes.
Best sports
sports.
quotes.
Stockton was good at
Sports quotes are
steals.
fucking great.
My favorite sports quote is the most random one ever. It's Matt Hasselbeck from the year in the playoffs that he played the Packers. He goes, we'll take the ball and we'll score in overtime. And then the first play throws a pick 6 to Al Harris. They lose in overtime because he threw a pick.
It was pretty fucking gorgeous.
Oh my God, my favorite. Matt Hasselbeck, shout out to you for the worst thing ever.
Now you're on TV.
Mine is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Milk is for babies. When you grow up, you have to drink beer.
I don't think that's a sports quote.
That was backstage of the Mr. Olympia. It is a sport, dude. Bodybuilding. God.
Fine.
I hate you guys.
Next thing you're going to be telling me that esports are like sports.
They are, dude. I'm an athlete.
Yeah, that was the worst thing to say because he would agree with that.
Yeah, dumb.
You really think that esports are actual sports?
100%.
Look at a paycheck, motherfuckers. You see what these guys are getting paid for this stuff?
I go to my job and get paid. That doesn't make it a sport.
Your job isn't competitive. You're competing with yourself before you want to just kill yourself because you're stuck behind a desk and just like, wow, why can I make money off of podcasting? I got to leave it up to Mark to figure it out, but I'll figure it out for you.
Sorry, I looked down. Who was talking there? Was it Smith or Mark? I couldn't even tell.
It was me consciously and his conscience.
No, so Ryan said all of that.
I'm just floored that you said that you actually do things.
I prepared show notes before I came here an hour late.
Never would have known.
Claim, just so we wouldn't get mad at him, he claimed he was doing show notes.
And it didn't work because we still got mad at him.
We were like salty.
Mark, perpetually late.
Honestly, this is how I would describe myself. The worst, best person.
If being late was a sport, you'd be Michael Jordan.
Wow.
Being the Michael Jordan at anything is pretty dope, though.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Not if you're like a fucking child diddler.
What? This is the second episode in a row, Ryan.
Are you saying second? This is the 70th episode, right? So it's the 70th episode. He's
I'm
child
sorry.
diddling.
Always child diddling.
Always diddling.
Yeah, because it's bad.
You're a diddler.
No, I'm not a diddler. I'm talking about diddlers.
You're a big diddler guy.
I mean, technically, your best man alive was a diddler.
What?
Rob Lowe, he banged a 16-year-old girl.
It's not true if I don't believe it.
They made a sex tape.
That was a big mistake on his part, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Would you say that Rob Lowe didn't keep it on the low?
Oh, God.
All right,
let's get into the news for the week.
End this podcast?
I'm going to get a piss.
All right. I'll see myself out.
All right, we got a couple trailers this week.
Great.
This is going to be an overall slow news week because nothing really comes out around Christmas, but Sicario 2, Soldado. Did either of you see Sicario?
Sicario? Of course not.
Why?
I saw it.
Benicio del Toro, Emily Blunt. That movie is fucking amazing.
All the bros in my bro group were nonstop talking about the trailer for it. I'm like, well, guys, you can listen to my podcast. They're like, no.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah, seriously.
So we got the trailer
I
for
told
that.
them the same thing. They're like, damn, you have a podcast? I'm listening to that 1,000%. So they're listening.
All right, good.
So the trailer for this looks awesome. Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro are back. No Emily Blunt this time, I don't think.
She did.
I don't know why. Just thought of this. Josh Brolin always gets me confused with Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't know why.
Those are wow.
I know. I'm just saying, what's the next Daniel Day-Lewis movie that's going to come out?
He's supposedly retiring from acting.
Exactly. What crazy character is he going to play? He's
Where
retiring.
The fuck did this come from, dude? I'm so confused.
He's coming back. I don't know. It's just the ADD Drader moment. Where's Daniel Day-Lewis? What's he going to do next?
It's like saying you get Gary Payton and Big Bird confused. They're not even close to the same.
What's the last movie Rob Lowe did?
Parks and Rec? I don't know.
Tommy Boy?
Movie.
It's not a movie.
Yeah, good point.
He did all those Comcast commercials, or what were they? Comcast?
Yeah. Well, no, it was Dish, wasn't it?
Yeah. Those were great commercials.
DirecTV, yeah, that's it.
DirecTV.
Those were good. But what was the last Daniel Day-Lewis movie?
Yeah, he was Abe Lincoln.
That was like 5 years ago.
You watch that movie, Lincoln?
No. Fuck no.
The Lincoln Lawyer with Matthew McConaughey?
That was good.
That was a good movie.
They low-key played some like dead mouse in there or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Moving on? Or keep going or whatever.
All right. The other trailer that came out this week was Ocean's 8, the movie that no one asked for.
Absolutely no one asked for this.
I think that's the actual working title is Ocean's 8, the movie no one asked for.
And everyone listening is going to be like, oh my God, it's because there's women in it now. Like, oh, fuck these guys. No, it's because they should have stopped after 12.
No, they should have stopped after 11 because 12 sucked.
Yeah.
And 13 was worse.
No, 12 wasn't. 12 was okay. It's watchable.
You guys are both misogynists. I'm pumped for this movie.
I'm a massage.
I don't know.
You're a misogynist. Can I get a massage?
Did I not say it right?
I don't know. I was going to pretend I didn't know what that word meant.
I was going to say just because I picked Wonder Woman to be my best superhero movie this year. Just saying. You guys are both misogynists.
Sorry, you're pandering, and I'm telling the truth.
I'm not pandering.
You're such a panderer.
I'm not pander. I don't pander.
You're a pander bear.
I'm a panhandler.
Is Julia Roberts in it?
Have you seen me?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Or is it Sandra Bullock?
It's Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock's the main character.
She kind of looks like. Is she supposed to be Julia Roberts?
I have no idea.
Because they kind of look alike. You know?
No, they don't at all. What is wrong? Are you two blind? Josh Brolin does not look like Daniel Day-Lewis, and Sandra Bullock does not look like Julia Roberts.
I don't know. She kind of looks like Julia Roberts.
Not even close. Julia Roberts has the biggest mouth on the face of the planet.
No, you know what? Actually, we did celebrity comparisons, and Kelly Walsh looks exactly like Julia Roberts mixed with Sandra Bullock. And then you were.
I have no idea who Kelly Walsh.
What are you talking about?
We did you. You were like this was at LeMaster's party.
I was completely hammered.
Yeah, same. But I remember this because I'm the man. We were very generous with Smith. We gave him Gosling and Ryan Reynolds combo.
No, it was Chris Klein.
Not.
Chris Klein? Who the hell is Chris Klein?
He's Chris Klein. He was in the American Pie movies.
Oh yeah, Chris Klein. Yeah. We didn't give you Gosling, you pussy. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that nobody ever called me Ryan Gosling.
You're a pussy. It doesn't matter.
Who am I?
Big Bird.
Yeah.
And right. Batman.
And Batman.
I got you, Doug.
But like the Adam West Batman, who is really fat and out of shape.
He's dead. Ryan. So? Okay, let's just wrap this up right now. This is getting unacceptable.
Out of control.
Jesus.
All right. But anyways, I would rather watch a Julia Roberts origin story than watch this Ocean's 15 or whatever they're doing right now.
I just don't want to watch this.
Absolutely not.
I guarantee that nothing else will be coming out this week, and we'll have to go see this. But I'm not.
We don't have to do anything.
We don't have to, but we probably will.
I'm into it.
I'll movie pass it. It's fine.
Movie pass, movie.
Boom.
They should do a little chime.
You should pitch that
jingle for it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
A jingle chime.
We could probably be really good at making jingles. You would be, Burketto. Exactly. Perfect.
Right. Is that for the new Scooby-Doo movie?
No, it was just me scatting, dog. Just a quick scat sesh.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about anymore.
Now we're on
so I'll just hit you with the most important news ever. Tommy Wiseau wants to be in a DC or Marvel movie.
Yes.
Wow.
Do it. As a villain, I hope.
He would be the best villain ever.
No, I'm a superhero.
Oh, hi, Avengers.
Oh, my God. Who does he play if he is in the DC or Marvel universe?
He kind of looks like Tom Hiddleston. He's got the hair. He could be Loki. He could replace Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
You're tearing me apart.
I don't know why I felt that was important, but it definitely is.
That does top the charts of your news of all time, by the way.
He can obviously do anything he wants because he did already do anything he wanted, aka made a movie.
Anything he sets his mind to.
Yep.
All right, we got our first look at Tom Hardy as Venom. There's some short clips flying around out there. We've seen a couple of pictures, and also they announced the story that it's going to be based upon.
God damn it.
What?
I haven't seen this. I want to see this immediately after we wrap this up.
Same pace.
I think this is going to suck.
I love Tom Hardy.
Nice. It's going to be dope. He thinks Jumanji sucked. It's going to be dope.
I thought Jumanji was fine. It didn't suck. It was fine.
You're a dope.
Great. Moving on.
Stop. Who is that? He fought Dillashaw.
Cody
Garbrandt. Are they best friends? Because he always has Instagram pics with him.
With Tom Hardy?
Yeah. Tom Hardy has Instagram pics with him.
I have no fucking idea.
All right. Well,
I don't follow either of them on Instagram.
For the next episode, we'll find that out for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we will immediately forget about that.
Probably. Okay.
Great. So this is going to be based on the Lethal Protector story that came out in like early 90s. I actually have issue number 1 of that hanging up and framed.
Nerd.
But it's weird because Lethal Protector had Spider-Man in it, and they've already said that Spider-Man isn't going to be in this story, which makes zero sense.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea what this movie's going to be. But that's basically why I think it's going to suck. One, Sony's doing it, and Sony has shown that they can't make a good movie unless Marvel gets involved, and Marvel is not involved in this. And also, no Spider-Man. So, what the fuck? That's like having a Robin movie without that. That actually would be good.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
I would take
that,
Nightwing
yeah.
instantly.
I immediately
without
stopped
Batman.
in the middle of saying that.
Yeah.
But that'd be like having a Pepper Potts movie without Tony Stark.
No. Venom's dope as fuck. Are you kidding me?
He plays off his all of his powers are modeled after Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah, so Spider-Man's redundant in the equation. At this
Shut
point.
up. Just stop.
He's not a Pepper Potts. A Pepper Potts, that was not a good spin-off.
Yes, it was.
recommendation. Nope. You're done.
Oh, shut up. We got a nice little 2-minute featurette from Netflix for the upcoming series Altered Carbon, for which we discussed the trailer. It shows a little bit more of the action scenes, and you get an interview with Joel Kinnaman. I started reading this book, and I'm actually really excited for it. It's coming February 2nd. This show's going to be awesome.
You were kind of not into the book last time we talked on the podcast, which was last episode.
It has a slow start, and there's a lot of shit that you just have to assume that you know what they're talking about. I was really wondering for a while if there was a book that came before this one that explained everything, but there isn't.
There isn't, yeah.
So, I don't know. But it looks good. Joel Kinnaman's the man.
That's fine.
You know what? I don't feel like talking about news anymore. Let's just do Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Do you want to talk Jumanji?
No, not at all, actually.
Okay, well, we are.
Jumanji.
Shall we?
Currently at 77% on Rotten Tomatoes, 88% from fans. Opening to about 60 million this weekend.
Not bad.
domestically. Not bad. It opened against only, I think, The Greatest Showman, which is that Hugh Jackman,
Zac Efron.
P.T. Barnum.
If he's not Wolverine, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I felt. It looks fine. Whatever. Look, I don't have a ton to say about this. I feel as though however you felt watching the trailer for this is exactly how you'll feel watching the movie. If you like the trailer, you'll like the movie. If you saw it and you're rolling your eyes, it's going to be more of the same. So, Brick, do you agree?
It's spot on to the trailer. The trailer doesn't reveal anything either. It's just like is the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Pretty much. There's a couple jokes that they ruined, which I think would have been hilarious. Like the Kevin Hart cake thing. That would have been hilarious to see in the movie.
See, I didn't remember that in the trailer, which means I did enjoy that
Because
part.
you have the attention span of a fruit fly.
Oh, the attention span?
A fruit fry.
Yeah, all right, see ya. Shout out to my girl.
I don't know her name,
This
and
is
neither
Madison
do you.
Iceman.
Is she Bethany or is she?
She's Bethany.
The red hair.
Gave her a quick shout out.
Okay.
On Twitter, she retweeted me. What up, girl?
How old is she?
She's 20 years old.
Oh my God.
Is she really?
Yeah.
It's so weird to me that they get 20-year-olds to play like 15-year-olds in movies.
Yeah.
And I the thing is, I can't fucking tell. I have no fucking idea.
It's good film.
Not really.
I
I just listened to a podcast with the Skarsgård that did Pennywise on it, and he played a role a little while back. I think he was 24. He said at the time he was a high schooler.
That's so weird to me.
So weird. So he's 15.
You know who
16-year-old
else
kid.
can't tell how old girls are? Rob Lowe.
Kill yourself.
Maybe you can. I don't know.
Stop it. Stop it.
Wow.
All right.
Sirs.
Mark, do you have anything to say about this before we rate it? And I
do.
guess spoil it?
I do. Let me just rate it. Let me just tell you what I
rate it.
liked about it and just give it a rating.
Okay.
All right. So, first off, I don't think it's the worst rock movie of the year. I liked it better than Baywatch.
Absolutely.
Keep it pretty simple.
I think that's fair, but also that's setting the bar extremely low.
Not when he does movies like San Andreas and that kind of shit.
And he did a Fast and Furious movie this year, didn't he?
Yeah, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
This was better than Fast and
No,
Furious.
I'm
movie.
saying
You didn't even see it.
Yes, I did.
I feel like you didn't.
I did. The one in Cuba.
Is this like how
This is the one in Cuba?
how you played Mortal Kombat, but you don't remember anything?
No, I saw what happened. In the first scene, frickin' Vin Diesel like wins a race traveling backwards in a fucking shitty ass American made car.
It was a Chevy.
In Cuba.
It was a 55
Whatever,
Chevy.
man. You're a loser for knowing that and remembering it.
I can't wait to rewatch that movie and see that
movie
scene.
is amazing.
The intro scene is the best thing ever.
Yeah, but Jumanji was better than that. Right?
You guys keep talking. I'm going to look up and see how many movies The Rock did this year.
All right.
I bet it's at least like a half dozen.
We're going off track. Let me just finish up and give it a rating. And then you can chime in, Ryan, with your Rock. Yeah, so I don't think it was the worst movie he did of the year. I liked it better than Baywatch. I actually thought the whole gaming Avatar cast, so The Rock, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and Karen Gillan, I think they portrayed their respective real-life teenagers pretty decently, I would say.
I think they did a really good job of that. Early on, it was a little cheesy, but then they really built it in, and they did a bunch of callbacks.
Yeah. I thought The Rock was going to do more of The Rock, but he played that kid well, acting like that kid.
Smoldering intensity.
That was funny, but that was one of his
strengths.
Powers or
I was
strengths.
kind of surprised at his ability to turn off his charisma.
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't think he'd be able to do that, but he did it very well.
Yes.
That someone with charisma would be able to do that,
I wouldn't know.
I'm going to say this.
You wouldn't know.
Just like you don't know how to smolder.
I definitely know. I can smolder.
You couldn't smolder if I set you on fire.
Smolder. I am smoldering right now. You saw me smolder. Make me pay $40 for parking. You'll see some smolder, bitch.
That's just you yelling at people and giving the finger for no reason.
Smolder.
I'm sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and I know you're going to completely disagree with me, and you're going to agree with me, Brick.
Okay.
I thought Jack Black was hilarious.
Oh, shit. Jack Black was hilarious.
I thought it was just redundant. Like, it was some stuff was funny.
Yeah.
Some was funnier than others. It was just redundant.
You just can't deal with ditzy girls, which is why you hate Amanda.
Wow, Jesus, going hard in the paint.
Left field.
That's why you just couldn't stand it. You couldn't stand Jack Black.
I don't hate my girlfriend's sister.
You don't hate Amanda. Everyone loves Amanda because I actually like Amanda. That didn't know.
You really digging yourself a hole, bro.
Oh, well.
All right, just stop where you are, Brick.
Yeah, peace.
Okay, I thought The Rock was entertaining.
The Rock is always entertaining.
I know, but
he makes bad movies
in a different way. I thought it was funny, like you said, Ryan, seeing him in a role that's where he's not overconfident and is intimidated rather than being intimidating.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
Amazing.
I thought that was funny to watch. Kevin Hart, he might have been funnier than Jack Black. Jack Black at certain times was very funny, but throughout the movie, I think the consistency of the humor, you have to give it to Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I did like Kevin Hart in this movie because he plays the guy who's the big mega bamf, and Kevin Hart plays a good guy who should have a big body, but he's just the smallest human ever.
So the villain, I don't know his name. Anyways, he's played by Bobby Cannavale, who I know from
Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, he's in that, but I know him from the Aziz Ansari. What's it called? Master of None. I know him from Master of None.
Dude, he was an incredible villain in Boardwalk Empire season 3.
I never watched Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, yeah. Nobody has. He's so good. That's his best role.
It's very good though. But what I was gonna say is, I don't think there was enough involvement with his character.
I just didn't give a shit about him.
Either did I.
I think that's why, is because they barely had him in the movie.
I don't think he was the actual villain though. Like the game is the villain,
Yeah.
I won't spoil it, but when shit happens, the animals get them. Like it's the game. It's not him.
He's just part of the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think there should have been more lengthy scenes with the animals too.
Look, you're not watching this for the plot. You're watching it for the jokes. You're watching it for The Rock.
I thought this was Oscar worthy. All right. But I thought the movie was a good length. That's the one thing I was worried about. It's going to be too long. It was like 2 hours, but
it was
I wasn't sitting there like, that's enough.
Didn't feel long.
That's always a good thing. There wasn't much of a score. Obviously, there was that one song in the dancing fighting scenes.
That's what brought it down.
Pretty much it.
I think they could have done another fighting song.
Yeah.
They
something.
Do the same thing over and over
again. All right, give me your rating so we can talk about that.
You don't want me to keep going on about?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Is that on the Fast and Furious scale or the Rock scale or just a regular movie scale?
That is, I'll say a Rock scale. 7 out of 10.
A Rock scale. What was the Fast and Furious based on the Rock scale? Just
12. 12 out of 10.
Fast and Furious on the Rock scale would get a 9. This would get a 7. Baywatch would get a 5.
Fast and Furious was a 26-inch bicep out of 10.
Good joke.
You liked it.
I liked it.
Suck it.
No, I hate it.
Give me your rating, dickhead.
I'm gonna go 8.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
On the Rock scale, hell yeah. Dude, Fast and Furious was what, a 6.5 for me? Baywatch is probably a 6.
Baywatch was like a 3. Baywatch fucking sucked.
Dude, it was bad. Baywatch was dope.
This is a 5 out of 10 for me.
This is a 5 out of 10 for you.
So I fucking hate you, man.
You're
I hate
dumb
everything
idiot.
you represent and what you do to this podcast.
You're a coward.
You're over.
He's old and crikety, and whatever crikety means, double it. Double it.
You cross the line, you
Is that
bring
like
our
an old
morale
Australian?
down, and you shit on The Rock. All right?
I do not ever shit on The Rock.
How dare you
you
ever
shit
give a
on The
movie a 5 out of 10 rating with The Rock in it?
You can talk as much shit as you want about me, but do not ever say that I besmirch The Rock, because I do not.
Did you like
give
The
him a
Rock in
5
this
on
movie?
this?
Yes, I did.
You better like The
I
Rock in
even
this movie.
complimented him already.
And you know what The Rock would say? It doesn't matter if you like them in this movie.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Hey,
Yeah, you
I was
probably said,
about to
"Fuck
say
you,
they
Rock."
got my money, but they didn't.
Oh, it was free. They got my money. Actually, they didn't even.
They got a lot of money
Actually,
out of you.
AMC got my money. That damn parking. I will not let that go.
I will say, I think that the setting for this, the us actually being in the theater, it was fucking stressful. Getting down there was stressful. It probably actually detracted from me liking this movie a little better. I was probably in a shitty mood.
Yeah, you weren't like me where I just swiped my movie pass, walked into the theater, grabbed a nice back seat where no one's in the theater, opened my Jimmy John sandwich, started munching
This
away.
fucking asshole.
I got my-
and his tuna sandwich in a fucking movie theater.
I also bought, I usually don't do this, but I bought an oatmeal cookie from Jimmy John's and I was just
Wow.
munching away.
Fatty.
I'm surprised you gave that a 7. You should have gave it a 9. Just
That's why you
based
look
off the
more like
food.
Jack Black than The Rock.
No.
Ooh, don't
That's
also
shitty to
insult
say about
anybody,
Jack Black. He's just getting back into movies and you're going to go and say that kind of shit?
He's
Yeah.
been in movies forever. He never
Really?
stopped.
He stopped for like 10 years, I feel like.
No, he didn't.
It's been like 8 years since he's been in a movie.
All right, you keep talking.
Is
From now
that-
on, we're going to spoil it. I'm going to Google his last movie.
Yeah, it probably was not 10 years ago.
All right, spoil the movie. We were going to talk about the fucking dance fighting, and I thought that was dumb. I love Karen Gillan, and I loved her in this movie, actually. Why would they make her a dance? Like, they say karate, jujitsu, aikido, and then dance fighting. Like,
Because
what?
everyone has something ridiculous as their strengths and weaknesses.
The Rock didn't?
Smoldering intensity. That was his
that's
strength.
That's true. If you look at The Rock, that's actually true.
Yeah, they played to his strengths. Maybe Karen can dance and fight at the same time. Really
What was
well.
Kevin Hart's weird strength?
It was his weird weakness because he was a weak pussy, and it was his eating cake, and he exploded.
Do a SWOT analysis for
This
all of
movie
these
was
characters.
PG-13, right?
Yes.
That was for 13-year-olds. They would find that kind of thing funny.
It was a high schooler.
It was
high
definitely-
school.
I don't know,
Yeah.
Rick, did you find it funny?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
There you go. All right.
That wasn't that good of a joke, by the
No,
way.
it really wasn't.
It wasn't that good of a
Me?
joke. Yeah, that laugh did not warrant his joke.
No, I just thought it was that I was saying that was for 13-year-olds and you thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, I know. That wasn't that good of a joke, though, for your reaction. is what
All
I'm
right.
saying.
Jack Black's most recent movies.
Are you
2015,
That was
Goosebumps. 2016, Kung Fu Panda 3. 2017, The Polka King. 2017, Jumanji. He's in 1, 2,
Kung Fu
2.
Pandas don't count.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in it, but he's not really.
They don't
in it.
count.
Then Goosebumps in 2015. Was that 10 years ago?
What the fuck is Goosebumps, dude?
What did you say?
Goosebumps the movie?
Yeah,
You saw it?
yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
It was like on Netflix or something, and I didn't.
All
have
right.
anything to do.
2014, Sex Tape. 2011, The Muppets. 2011, Bernie, which he got snubbed for an Oscar for.
Dude, Bernie was great. He was like that was great. He like murders the person.
The last movie I saw him in was that movie where he was all serious and like in love with somebody. And
I feel like I shouldn't have to have this conversation with you, Mark, but just because you're not looking at someone at current doesn't mean they don't exist.
We don't just disappear when we leave this place either. Like we're still alive.
I thought he was still living in his School of Rock days. I don't know. I haven't
I
seen him
love that
since.
movie. It's
Who doesn't
Everyone
love
loves that movie.
I actually low key saw Jack Black live for Tenacious D.
I would totally go to that show.
Me, Will, and Malat went, and we started. Some guy pushed into Will, and then Will like pushed him back, and we started a mosh pit and wound up being in the front row.
Really?
I totally forgot he was in Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
that was an
yeah, the
awesome
coke
role.
addict. Yeah.
Yes. Oh God, great movie. I'm sorry. Go back to Jumanji now.
I was done.
He nailed it pretty much. If it's a funny movie where the humor is obvious, and go in there knowing you're gonna get some video game references, and then The Rock being hilarious and Kevin Hart and Jack Black
Okay, do you agree that they could have picked better songs for her to dance fight to?
Yeah, they could have spread that. They could have spread the wealth. They literally had the rights to Welcome to the Jungle and didn't do that for the climax. Dumb.
Also, that song blows. I can't even remember what it is now, but I remember thinking, wow, this song blows.
The song they did for the dance?
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
See, that's how bad it was. I don't even fucking remember.
Something with love.
It was whatever. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, baby, I love.
Oh, fucking terrible. Very terrible song.
Day.
Don't care.
It's like a song you listen to while you're in Fort Lauderdale with your grandparents.
And you're not controlling the music. Someone else is.
It's on a not paid Pandora list, so you have to listen to commercials too. So.
Why were we going to spoil this movie? What is there to spoil even?
What'd you guys think of Karen Gillan and The Rock kissing? That was just brutal.
That was probably the funniest part of the entire movie.
That was amazing. Also, my favorite part was another Karen Gillan scene when Jack Black is telling her how to be hot.
How to flirt and
just
stuff.
Be like flirt. Oh, I was losing it.
That was...
All right, bite your lip.
He is incredibly good at being a flirty girl.
That was
he
great.
dominated it.
Did you enjoy The Rock's over the top punching people through the roof and throwing them into walls and the walls exploding and that kind of stuff?
I didn't mind it. So I understand like suspending your disbelief for, they're in a video game. A video game sucked them in.
You're going to bring up the helicopter scene.
Of course I am.
Why?
Because that was so stupid.
That was amazing.
It's not stupid.
It's
like
so
everything
stupid.
it's not realistic. You have to just go with it.
No, you know why? You know why he didn't like that? Because he's a noob and he wouldn't be able to manually control the helicopter turning on its side because you're a noob.
Because literally no one could ever, because that's not how physics works.
That's a video game I've done before. So fuck
No,
that.
you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Prove it. Let's go to the tape.
We're going to the tape.
When you turn a helicopter on its side, what makes a helicopter lift off the ground? The blade spinning and it goes up.
The game physics?
No.
The game physics lift it up.
No, they don't.
And the game physics determine if it can go on its side or not. Physics.
It was very stupid.
Game physics.
Do you guys think they're going to make another one of these?
Funny you should ask, Mark.
Jumanji 3?
Because they're planning an entire universe of these movies.
Are they going to do a new game?
Or are they going to do a new people playing the game? Probably.
I have zero idea.
They shouldn't do a new set of people.
But I did watch a video put out by Screen Rant, and they were talking about how they wanted to tastefully keep making these. Like, obviously, they did a little bit to honor Robin Williams.
How?
What was his name in the movie? Robert Parrish. Like the treehouse that fucking what's his nuts was staying in. The Jonas brother.
Yeah.
Was that Joe Jonas?
Nick
Jonas.
Nick.
The one he was staying in. It's like, it's his Robin Williams' character's name was carved in the tree, and like he said, I've been staying in this tree, but it's not mine. It's blah 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 Parrish.
Oh, didn't know that was a callback.
That was the callback.
That's nice.
I haven't seen the original Jumanji in 12 years. So
yep.
Came out in 96, and that's probably the last time I watched it.
Yeah.
So
let's stay on that topic. What did you think about Nick Jonas in the movie?
He was fine.
He was fine.
He was fine, and that's what I liked, because I thought he was going to start overshadowing some of the characters because it's Nick Jonas.
You can't overshadow The Rock.
Or
I know,
Jack Black,
still,
or Karen Gillan, or...
It is Nick Jonas, and this is a PG-13 movie, and you're going to have high school girls going to see this, and he's a pop icon.
But do high school girls still go crazy for him?
Maybe.
I would imagine.
You know who we should ask? Rob Lowe.
God damn it, dude.
God damn. No, I thought he was good, though. He wasn't too much, and I thought they were going to overuse him.
He's going in a different world than his pop singing days. He's going into an acting world with the fucking Rock, Jack Black.
He was in Dunkirk.
No, that was Harry Styles.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
See, they're all just replaceable to me.
Different world. He's low man on the totem pole. He's the rookie there.
Back to the suspension of disbelief, and I think you both might actually agree with me on this, or at least Brick will. Cartridges in video games don't have loading screens.
That, and the most unrealistic part of this game was that the game worked the first time and they didn't have to blow into the cartridge. They should have had a blow in the cartridge scene.
Probably. That actually would have been really funny.
Just aggressively blowing in it would have been hilarious.
I didn't necessarily like the exposition where they're like, I get it, the kid was a nerd, the one that The Rock was.
Yeah.
Spencer.
They shouldn't have to, like, yes, I know you get lives in video games. Everybody knows that. I just felt like that was really heavy-handed and shit. He did a lot of over-explaining when they easily could have just shown that instead of like always, when you're in a movie, always show, don't tell.
But at this point, they want to make sure that you realize that they are in a video game, so they over the top. I think the fact they over the top did the explaining made you more into the world itself, if that makes sense. They talked about the NPCs, non-playable characters. A lot of people don't know what that is.
They also didn't have to call them NPCs.
But that's what they're called. They stayed within
they
the
could
lore,
have just said non-playable characters.
but they kept it within the video game conversation, the terminology that
Stop
nerds
defending
use.
this shitty movie.
Dude, it wasn't shitty. It was actually funny.
It was fine.
How funny? It was actually good.
I don't actually
I
think
actually
it was
really
shitty.
enjoyed the beginnings, like one of the beginning scenes when they were in Jumanji, the whole backstory with the guy the safari guy driving the Jeep.
Yeah,
and
what's
he
his name?
goes on to say how he stole the jewel and it just ends up in the rock and he's just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It's like
Everything about that was amazing. And when they dropped the strengths and weaknesses, that was amazing too. Just like them figuring everything out was, I thought, awesome.
Can we get Reese Darby some more work, please? He's fucking awesome.
He's so good. Have you seen his Netflix show? There's a Netflix show of him doing individual skits from like people from Australia.
Oh, Short Poppies?
Short Poppies. The first episode of that was hilarious. The rest
he's
were
a
very
very funny
meh.
dude. He always works with the guys from Flight of the Conchords, Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement.
Flight of the Conchords is also low-key hilarious HBO show.
Yeah, more Reese Darby, please. More Reese Darby, more The Rock. By the way,
That's what everyone's saying. That sentence exactly.
I was looking at The Rock's filmography. He usually only does 3 movies a year. It just feels as though he's in everything because he's so fucking charismatic.
you get so pumped up when you see him in movies.
Every one of his movies gets the most marketing ever. It seems like they've been playing year round.
Probably true. He has a whole Wikipedia page dedicated to his filmography.
Hold on, this is kind of a good stupid question, but if there was one actor you had to put a photo up hanging in your room of, a male actor, and just not be that embarrassed about, who would it be? Mine would be The Rock. Like just a headshot of the actor. So it's meant to
headshot?
Yeah, it's just a headshot. So somebody would walk in your room. It's meant to be embarrassing, but you just would be accepting of it because
Leonardo.
Leo's a good one.
Peace.
Wouldn't that be fucking
If it's
hilarious?
like if it's
just
a
a
headshot
headshot next to your bed.
If it's a headshot, you got to go Leo. That's like that or like Robert De Niro.
I think no. Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi would be amazing to have.
It has let me say this. It has to be a more current actor because if you pick like an old actor like James Dean or something, you just be like, oh, I'm paying tribute to him. You can't do that kind of shit.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi, where does he still count? He's still acting.
You were just talking about Boardwalk Empire.
I guess.
Yeah, that was like done 4 years ago or 5 years ago.
I don't know because I just saw the Rock's headshot on Wikipedia and I was like, wow, I wouldn't even be embarrassed if that was hanging in my room.
I'm looking at his movies for next year. He's got 3 already lined up.
Let's hear it and let's predict them.
Rampage, obviously. We already saw the trailer.
Another video game movie. Is The Rock a gamer? Is he a gamer?
Absolutely not.
0%.
Spends 0 times in front of a gaming console.
He doesn't have the time. He's the Dractotron.
Skyscraper, which I'm actually not familiar with.
That's Rampage 2, obviously.
San Andreas, the sequel.
Skyscraper and Fighting with My Family, which I also have not heard of.
That's that is Kevin Hart film of the year.
That might be actually.
It might be.
You know what I love that they do with The Rock? They just go down the 3 routes. The first route being put him in some action.
All right, plot summary for Skyscraper. Former FBI hostage rescue team leader and U.S. war veteran Will Ford, which I assume is The Rock.
Amazing fact. He's all 3 above.
Now assesses security for skyscrapers. On assignment in China, he finds the tallest, safest building in the world suddenly on fire, and he's framed for it.
Awesome.
And Fighting with My Family is the Beavis family, who are all professional wrestlers, try to work through the issues that arise when their daughter, Soraya, receives a contract to work with WWE. That sounds terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
And we're going to go see it because it has The Rock.
Yep, of course. And it's going to be focused around wrestling. So why wouldn't you?
I'm already calling it movie of the year. Hell yeah.
Skyscraper or Rampage or Fighting with My Family?
Fighting with My Family. If Stone Cold Steve Austin stunners somebody, it's Oscar worthy.
I think actually in real life, Stone Cold and The Rock are brothers.
In RL.
Yes.
They're the same.
Like they have the same parents.
They're not even stepbrothers. They're actually just the
No, they're
same
actually
parents.
just brothers.
I'm going to have to agree with you probably. That makes sense. You don't get that kind of charisma and badass by not having the same parents.
I wish I saw more Stone Cold in films.
What was the
He should do more movies.
What was the Stone Cold movie that he did? That he was like on a plane and then like crashed on an island and he was a badass and had to kill everybody.
To the Googles.
There was definitely a Steve Austin movie that was crazy like that.
The Condemned?
That's another.
He's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, a lot of really bad movies.
Even better.
Grown Ups 2. Born to Fight, of course.
Expendables, of course.
Chain of Command. I've never heard of any of these fucking movies. the package. Wow.
What was his package doing my own?
This guy has charisma. He could just call The Rock and be like, "Yo, Rock, put me in Rampage. Let me
good in
let me
Rampage.
fight a monkey." I don't know how the fuck we even ended up on this.
Because of the Rock's wrestling movie.
Okay. Oh, and how they're brothers. I forgot.
Yeah.
Great. So I don't have anything else to say about Jumanji. So if you got anything else to say, get it out.
I do. Let's talk about the ending. Was it creepy and weird? Seeing
With fucking Colin Hanks?
Or was it just whatever? I'm going to accept it.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna accept it.
I laughed out loud when I saw Colin Hanks. I'm like, wow.
I loved all of the random cameos.
Colin
in this.
Hanks.
They had a
He's
bunch
back.
of random cameos that I
It was
enjoyed.
very weird.
And
I didn't care. I was fine with it.
Kelly saw this movie with me. I turned to her and I was like, "Do you know that's Tom Hanks' son?" And she like looks at the screen, looks at me, looks at the screen, and she's just in awe because he does look like Tom Hanks, but people don't put one and one together. They don't think.
Dude, I wonder
seeing him initially that he's Tom Hanks' son.
I wonder what Tom Hanks is like as a dad. Because he's like a goofy guy.
He's so daddy, probably.
He probably
good
never
dad.
talked to Colin Hanks. He was just like, "Here, nannies, take care of this."
One of his sons is a wannabe. He was trying to be a rapper.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What? Amazing.
Like legitimately tried getting on a record, like was on a shitty record label and was putting out CDs.
My dad's Tom Hanks. I'm from Castaway, bitch ass. I don't even know what else to say. I'm a rapper named Tom Hanks' son. I don't even know his name.
Peace.
Because it's not even fun. Peace. I'm a rapper now.
I can't wait to cut that. Yeah. What else are we talking about with Jumanji? Because I seriously just
that
get
was
it over
it.
with.
I was kind of blown away by the whole Colin Hanks thing, and I was just like, wow.
That and Jack Black wiener jokes were fucking great.
Yeah, that definitely didn't get old after the 12th one.
They only did like 2 of them, and it was both amazing.
Oh, the kid from Death Note was in this, right? He was the main nerd.
I have no idea. He's very forgettable.
That was him, Ryu? No, that's not his name.
No, it's
Ryu.
not. It's
That's
definitely
fucking
not.
Street Fighter name.
Yes, it is. And also, it's pronounced Ryu.
All right, kill yourself.
What is the demon? Ryuk? Ryuk. Moving on.
Great. So that's Jumanji.
Yeah, let's go into recommendations.
Yeah. Do you have any for me, Brick?
I would recommend getting PUBG. Quietly.
Did you do this
so
last
much
time?
fun. No, my recommendation last time was not PUBG.
I challenge you to not recommend a video game one episode.
I don't recommend video games usually ever. I will recommend Secret Hitler then. It is a game that you play with your friends that you try and get fascists. It's a board game. It's not a video game, so suck it. All right?
Games in general.
No game recommendations. All right, so my specialty is, might as well just throw it out the window. Okay.
I recommend the album from the game.
Hate it or love it.
Hate it a little bit.
About our dogs on top.
I consider that more of a 50 Cent song, to be honest. But
Dude, that is such a good song, though.
it's
I
such a
fucking
good
love
song.
that song.
Low-key song.
I think we got our outro song.
There you go.
Hate
Wait,
it, found a dog
let's
on
think
top.
of the game albums. That was the album where it was like whitish gray and he was just there with like a pit bull, right?
I think
Standing
so.
there? Something like that.
Isn't that the only album he ever put
I
out?
think it was just called The
You know
Game,
who? I
right?
always mix up him and Nas.
Or Put You on the Game? No, he's nothing like Nas.
Well, I know that, like,
Nothing like Nas. How would you even compare those?
God, I
you
hate you.
idiot.
We're done. We're done.
Unbelievable.
not as bad
Why?
as Josh Brolin and fucking Daniel Day-Lewis, or Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock.
I think yours is the worst. Nas and The Game? Are you kidding me?
God.
You ignorant fool.
Whatever. Mark, do you have a recommendation? Is it Nirvana?
My recommendation will be
It's 90 clothes, man. Just wearing a flannel with the throwback.
My recommendation is to go
band
back to 1993.
Man, just give me a break, man. I'm just trying to live my life. My recommendation would be Shameless because
boo.
yeah.
Show sucks.
You don't like
Don't
Shameless?
watch
First 3 seasons were good, then it was more of the same over and over and over.
Fourth
man.
through forever seasons are trash.
Oh,
They
fuck
need to
me
cancel
then.
that fucking show.
They need to cancel it after the
Throw
third
me off
season.
the show. Yep. All right.
Can they delete all episodes past the third season and just leave it as is?
They actually shot that in my old neighborhood.
My recommendation is getting a couple buddies, grabbing a car, and just cruising out and just looking for Christmas lights and great.
Wow.
Excuse me, I'm actually Jewish.
You're going to recommend
not.
just doing that?
No, you're not. You're like,
Like, look-
atheist or something. I don't know what you are.
I'm a Muslim. Praise Allah.
Doesn't matter what you are. I don't even want to know who you are in general. But Merry
I'm
Christmas
actually
to
a
everyone.
Buddhist.
Hey, this is a
Christmas episode.
That's a Christmas. This is a
I think
Christmas
this is
episode.
actually more of a Festivus episode because we've been airing our grievances all night.
Oh, you know what? Is today the 22nd? Yeah. Festivus is. I don't actually know what day Festivus is. I think
After
it's the 21st.
this, I'm going to kick Brick's ass and call it a feat of strength.
Feats of strength. I'm going to cough on him because I'm sick. So
Great.
who wins that fight in reality?
Okay, if we're talking Christmas, literally the only thing I've been watching this week is just old Christmas episodes of The Office and 30 Rock. And
Did you see that article with all the Christmas episodes of The
I
Office?
did
Is that why you
reference
did
that.
it? Okay.
Apparently a hot thing to do is to rank all of them for some reason.
What's
we
your
did an
first one
episode 4 days ago. All right. What the
Yeah.
fuck do you want from me?
What's your number one when Meredith showed her tits?
Oh,
at the end?
gross. Jesus. I think it's the Benihana one.
The Benihana. The one where Meredith shows her tits, is that the one with the iPod? I think so.
Yes, because that's when
That's my favorite one.
the refrigeration, Phyllis's husband shows up and he's like, hey, you want to go to the bar? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So apparently every time, like the biggest Easter egg ever for The Office was every time he'd like say if you see the camera, he was like Bob's refrigeration, just like giving himself
Bob Vance.
Bob Vance.
Of Vance's refrigeration. It's just like do that to the camera just for the free publicity, which is hilarious to do.
Very funny.
Yeah, just some shitty Office documentary they're making. Vance of Vance's refrigeration.
I just love the circle in that episode when they're doing the white elephant and just they unwrap the iPod and they're like, why would you do that, Michael? He's like, well, sue me. Do something nice.
What's the
like that wasn't the point. You were supposed to get a $20 gift and everyone's fighting over it.
What's the episode where Dwight does like the Stickle Fritz or whatever the hell?
Krampus?
Krampus?
Yeah.
Krampus?
Yeah.
He dresses up as Krampus and tells the old folk German story.
Impish or admirable?
It's a great one.
So yeah, go check out the Office Christmas episodes. They're worth it.
Yeah, I've actually been watching the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Erica watched every one of those fucking movies this week, and they are terrible.
They're so bad. I can't believe it.
The one with Martin Short. Oh god.
I've watched the first two, and I've gotten through the first two, and then I'm gonna watch.
They're all on Netflix, and they're all so fucking bad.
Definitely finishing the Jack Frost series right there.
All right, very quickly, what's your favorite Christmas movie of all time?
The Grinch.
Okay, which one?
The one with Jim Carrey.
Okay, Mark.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Kill yourself. Oh my god.
Hold on.
God, mine's Jingle All the Way
with Arnold. Wow,
and
Mark got
Sinbad.
actually mad.
I'm pissed right now.
He got actually mad.
I'm not going to
Bad
say
video.
favorite, but the one I do not mind watching every freaking Christmas because no matter what I always do is Christmas Story.
Oh, the live version of the Christmas Story.
No, absolutely
the
not.
little kid is my best man alive.
He was great. Why are you shitting on him?
Fuck that little kid.
Wow.
Like Rob Lowe.
No, I knew it was coming. I said, wow.
Fuck his outstanding performance and his talent
Dashing
at such
good
a young
looks.
age.
Man, you're really infatuated with this little boy.
All right. Are we going to just wrap it up? Anyways.
Oh, hang on. No. Last recommendation. Next week, we're going to review Bright, the Will Smith Netflix movie. So watch it. We'll talk about that next week. Mark, do whatever.
My final recommendation is, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, just be jolly this holiday season.
Spread the cheer.
Spread the cheer and just get along with your fellow neighbor, and
Fuck you.
have a great time. See some family. Eat some pound cake.
I hope you choke.
Drink Kahlua. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all.
Ho, 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 everybody,
Ho, ho, Chumps out, motherfucker.
95s. Told Banks when I met him I'ma ride, and if I gotta die, I'd rather homicide. I ain't had 50 cent when my grandmama died. Now I'm going back to Cali with my Jacob on. See how time fly.
The underdogs on top, and I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stop.
Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Hated the love of the underdogs on top.